my name is Elizabeth Jansen and I'm the flute professor at Texas A&M University, Kingsville. Today we're going to look at some practice techniques for the A-flat minor Böhm all-state etude. Many of my students make the mistake of seeing a slow piece and guessing at the rhythms. And I can't stress enough how dangerous this is, especially in an all-state situation where you'll be competing with some of the best musicians in the state. There are a lot of challenges with the rhythms in this etude. Most primarily, I think the fact that it changes between subdivisions of 4 for 16th notes and subdivisions of 3 for triplets. And if you're not careful and thinking ahead in this etude, you're going to end up rushing or dragging those rhythms, and that will immediately disqualify you from the running. I try to teach my students to anticipate their subdivisions. So for example, bars 5 and 6. This is an easy place where you can prepare for those triplet subdivisions without sacrificing the rhythm earlier in the bar, because all you have is a long note, a tied quarter note. So if I were learning this etude for the first time, I would, with my metronome, start thinking in triplets right from the beginning of bar 5. Triplet, 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 triplet. So you're subdividing the quarter note, preparing for the moving triplets that follow it. Once you have that down, you can go up a step, add your flute, and just finger, but you're still saying the subdivisions with the metronome. Triplet, 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 triplet. If you make a mistake, try it one more time. Triplet, 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 triplet. I feel like I'm dragging a little bit. One more time. Triplet, 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 triplet. Okay, now I'm going to try it with the flute itself. Good, I felt good about that. I felt like I had an idea of how fast those triplets were. Just to check, I can put a triplet subdivision on my metronome. Now, this exercise is a little trickier in a bar like number 1, where you have a duple divided rhythm at the beginning of the bar, which is followed by triplets, a triple divided rhythm. So it would be really hard to play that dotted quarter note and 8th note accurately while subdividing triplets before getting ready for the triplets that follow. So my advice for that is to eliminate the dotted quarter note. Play a half note for a little bit. I'm going to do it one more time. Once you get used to that feeling, then you can turn your metronome off or turn it on to quarter notes and then add the dotted rhythm followed by the triplets. But this exercise helps you memorize the pace of those rhythms ahead of time. And you can do the same thing for the 16th notes. Bar 7 is quite easy. You can be thinking 1E and a 2E and a 3E and a 4 and before you play. A bar like bar 6 is more difficult, but use the same kind of example. Eliminate the triplets, play a quarter note instead, and then get used to the pacing of the 16th notes. Then add your metronome on quarter notes and make sure that you line up at the beginning of each beat. Now, this is going to be really restrictive, and obviously this is a piece that is very flexible, and you want to be able to add a little bit of rubato to this etude. But please remember, rubato does not mean slow down arbitrarily. It means that you are taking a little time and then you need to give back that time. So there's going to be a push and pull within each bar, but there's still a relatively steady beat. And you have to show that you recognize the difference between those triplets and 16th notes. If you do your homework early on and you work with your metronome and your subdividing, later you can turn that metronome off and begin to pull at those rhythms just a little bit to give them the flexibility that you're looking for in a polished performance. Good luck.